If you're trying to send money on Zelle and the transfer refuses to go through, you're not alone. A lot of people run into this problem, and the reasons are often more practical than you think. In this video, I'll walk you through the most common causes, what they mean, and the exact steps you can take to fix them so you can send money without delay. Let's start with one of the biggest reasons Zelle blocks a transfer: bank security checks. When you try to send money, your bank reviews the payment to make sure it isn't part of suspicious activity. If your recent account behavior looks unusual, or you're sending an amount you don't normally send, the bank's fraud system might pause the transfer. This doesn't mean you did anything wrong. It's simply your bank trying to protect your account. In this situation, the fastest fix is to contact your bank's customer support and confirm that the transaction is legitimate. Once they clear it, Zelle should work normally again. Another common reason is that the person you're sending money to isn't fully enrolled with Zelle. Even if they have the app, their phone number or email might not be verified. Sometimes they enrolled their Zelle profile through a different bank, or the payment is trying to route to an account they haven't connected. To fix this, ask the recipient to open their Zelle app or their mobile banking app and double-check the email or phone number they linked. If they aren't enrolled at all, they need to complete the setup before they can receive money. You may also face an issue if your bank doesn't support Zelle. While most major banks do, some small banks and online institutions still do not. If your bank is not officially integrated with Zelle, you may be restricted to using the Zelle standalone app, which has its own sending limits. If you're consistently running into problems, it may help to switch to a bank that supports Zelle natively, especially if you use it regularly for business, personal payments, or emergency transfers. Let's also talk about limits, because many people get blocked without realizing they hit their daily or weekly sending maximums. Every bank sets its own Zelle limits, and they vary widely. For example, some banks may allow several $1,000s per day, while others cap you at a few hundred. If your transaction is above the limit, Zelle will not send it. The solution here is to check your bank's Zelle limit inside your mobile banking app or on their website. If you need to send more, your bank may allow a temporary increase, or you can split the payment over multiple days. Another reason Zelle stops a transfer is if the recipient's information has been entered incorrectly. One wrong digit in a phone number, one letter off in an email address, and the system will reject the payment. Before sending money, carefully confirm the details. Since Zelle payments are instant and irreversible, always double-check you're sending it to the right person. In some cases, the block comes from your own Zelle profile. If your phone number or email is linked to multiple accounts, Zelle may see it as a conflict. This happens when someone switches banks and forgets to unlink their old account. To fix this, open Zelle settings inside your bank app, remove outdated email or phone entries, and make sure your current bank account is the primary one. Temporary technical glitches can also disrupt payments. Outages happen both on Zelle's side and your bank's side. When the servers are down, payments fail even if everything else is correct. If this happens, simply wait and try again later. You can also check your bank's social media channels because they usually post updates when their systems are experiencing issues. Finally, Zelle may block your transfer if the platform suspects the recipient is involved in scams. Zelle has increased its fraud protection systems, and if the person you're paying has had disputes or suspicious activity flagged on their profile, your attempt to pay them may be stopped automatically. If you know the person personally, you can call your bank and confirm the payment. If you don't know them well, this could be a sign to be careful before sending money. So what should you do if Zelle keeps blocking your payment? Start by checking your bank's sending limits. Confirm the recipient is enrolled and the information is correct. Remove old numbers or emails from your Zelle profile. If there's a fraud flag, call your bank and verify the transfer. And if none of that works, contact your bank's support team, because they can see your account's internal flags and clear them. Zelle is convenient because it sends money instantly, but that speed also means banks are more cautious. Once you identify the reason your transfer is being blocked, fixing it becomes straightforward. With the right steps, you can get Zelle working smoothly again.